Hey, what is up everyone? Hope you're all having a wonderful time. Here we have a quick guide on the Judgement Fire Aura Paladin in last Epoch. The Judgement Fire Aura Paladin is a crazy, broken and powerful build that utilizes its damage from using the unique gloves Hands of Judgment to gain additional damage and area per attunement for the Judgement skill. We are changing Judgment Consecrated Ground to become a aura around us, making it pretty much like the Righteous Fire skill from Path of Exile, but without losing your life. We also gain flat spell damage to the aura by getting healing effectiveness, because it's also helping us to stay alive. By being the Paladin class, we get access to the Holy Aura that will boost the damage for our Judgment aura by a huge amount. We're also using Javelin to boost the damage even further, and at the same time we also gain some extra healing per second while standing in the battle standard from the Javelin. So by using Javelin and the Holy Aura before using Judgment, we'll increase the damage for the Judgment aura. We will consume all our mana when we use the Judgment skill for a huge damage multiplier. And to help sustain with that, we're using Volatile Reversal after we've done our rotation to get all of our mana back. We're also using Shield Rush for mobility while doing monoliths and changing it for Rebuke for bossing. Rebuke basically makes us immortal for a brief moment while channeling the skill. Overall, the build is very tanky as well, high regen, block and armor, and on top of that, also multiple sources of damage reduction. Before jumping into the rest of the guide, I would like to mention that it's currently a bug from the unique gloves while making this recording. Basically, what they do is giving us damage per attunement while we are unarmed, but we can actually equip weapons without losing the bonuses from the gloves. And clearly this is not intended, and hopefully will get fixed pretty soon. But I would just like to demonstrate here that it's still going to be fine playing this build even without the weapon equipped. But we do lose roughly about half of the damage from this. For some pros, it got very good single target and also good map clear. It's a fast build overall, and it's also a very tanky build. For the cons, you need to get some high investment for the gear, you need a lot of attunement and also mana to scale your damage. And it's also not very beginner friendly. If you screw up the rotation with Volatile Reversal, well, let's just say you won't have a great time. For the uniques, we're using Hand of Judgment, which is going to be the build enabling piece for this build. We gain +3 melee damage per attunement for Judgment while unarmed, and this will get added for the aura as well. We also gain 2% increased area per attunement for Judgment while we are unarmed here as well. We also get some extra attunement here and also cooldown recovery for the Judgment skill and also fire penetration. Rayas Light is a unique shield that's a perfect fit for this build. The base overall got high block and also block effectiveness, and we also get some increased fire damage here, and also we take less fire damage on block. We get some fire resist plus the Judgment skill and also increased healing effectiveness. I would like to mention Oria's Eye, which is a unique amulet that got a huge bonus for mana to boost our damage, and along some other great defensive perks on the amulet as well, but this however is an extremely rare drop, but I thought I'd mention it either way. Some stats for the build: try to go for health, resist for the cap, attunement, healing effectiveness, mana, critical strike avoidance for the cap, increased elemental damage over time, increased damage over time, and also increased fire damage. And for the class specific stat, try to get +2 level of Judgment on your relic. For the idols, you want to get 4 Adorn idols with increased healing effectiveness, and if possible also with +2 flat health. Some of the more noticeable blessings is going to be from the timeline The Black Sun, and here you can get a percentage of your spell damage leech as health. From the timeline ending The Storm, we get +2 flat mana for the damage. Reigns of Dragons, we can get the critical strike avoidance up to 70%. The Age of Winter, we get some increased armor, and also from the Spirits of Fire, we get some flat armor. And let's go over quickly the most important notes for the skills, starting with Judgment. So Judgment is going to be our main damage ability, making the aura around us. Lingering Force for a longer duration for the aura. and Anointed will make the actual consecrated ground to the aura around us. Pious Offering makes the Judgment consume a percentage of your current mana and will deal more damage per mana consumed. Destructive Impact for a greater area for the aura, and also Flaming Soul for a greater damage multiplier here for our aura. The Javelin skill will work as a boost for the damage for our aura, and also we can use this as a mobility skill as well. Sacred Forge makes it so when we're using Javelin and hit an enemy, will cause the next Judgment to deal more damage. Battle Standard will now make it where we cast the Javelin, a Battle Standard will appear. Banner of Restoration will now make it so when we are standing in the Battle Standard we will get some healing per second. Surprise Initiative will make it so when we use the Javelin we can now after use a skill a second time to dash to the Battle Standard. Ardent Symbol for a greater duration for the Battle Standard. Holy Aura will buff the damage for the Judgment. It will give us 30% increased damage and also some elemental resist, and while activating this, all the effects from the aura will double. Purification makes it so we get some poison resist and also so it will cleanse ailments while using the aura. Redemption will give us some extra healing effectiveness. Riot's Fury for the fire penetration, and Burning Blow for increased global fire damage. Lastly, Shelter from the Storm for some extra elemental resist and also the endurance. Volatile Reversal will make it so we return to the position that we were at 2 seconds ago, and by using this we will return all our mana that we spend using the Judgment skill. Timeless Vitality for some greater cooldown recovery speed. Travel's Fagitude for even more cooldown recovery speed. Catching Up will boost the movement speed for us after casting Volatile Reversal. Time Rift makes it so enemies hit by Volatile Reversal, Void Rifts, will take some extra damage over time. The last ability is going to be Rebuke, which is a channeling skill that makes it so when you channel the skill, you will take 80% less damage while we are channeling it. So this is great for certain bosses, so we basically do not take any damage. Using Augmented Plating, so we have increased armor while we are channeling. Protective Legacy will make it so we get the armor buff from the previous one after the Rebuke has been channeling. Burst of Speed makes it so after we finish channeling Rebuke, we gain some increased movement speed, attack speed and cast speed for a duration which is equal for the duration of channeling Rebuke. Sovereign's Vow will now make it so the buffs last longer after we have finished channeling our Rebuke. Mystic Aegis for the cooldown recovery speed, and Bide for some increased duration. And here a quick preview of the passive skill tree, but for more information about the build I do recommend to go and check out the last Epoch build planner. Both for the passive and the skill tree you can simply use the progression bar at the bottom to easily see when and where to progress in the build. You can also find a basic load filter on the build planner that highlights all you need to get for both leveling and for the endgame. Link for this will be in the description. So what do you think about the Righteous Fire, Judgment Fire Aura Paladin build? Have you tried it out before maybe, or tried another version of it? Feel free to tell me in the comments below. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. And with that said, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!